Good afternoon, class. Hope you all are safe and staying inside. Okay, and all of you have watched the video properly, whatever I have given in last week. Okay, so I have, along with this video, I had given you some questions of your NCERT. So let me discuss this question. The question is, first question in text, you have two solution A and B. The pH of solution A is 6 and pH of solution B is 8. So which solution has more hydrogen ion concentration? First of all, you have to identify that which one is acidic, the pH 6 or the pH 8. Lower the pH, higher the acidic strength. You know this. So pH, the solution which is having pH 6 will be considered as acidic, and that will have more hydrogen ion concentration, isn't it? Okay, so which of this is acidic? Obviously A, because its pH is less. And which one is basic? The solution which is having pH 8, because it has less H plus ion concentration. Okay, so now question number 2. What does the concentration of H plus ions have on the nature of the solution? What effect does the concentration of H plus ion have on nature of the solution? So as I have explained in the previous question, more the H plus ion, more will be the acidic strength, and less the H plus ion, lesser will be the acidic strength, isn't it? So that only you have to write. Okay. Do basic solutions also have H plus ion? If yes, then why are these basic? So yes, what will be answer? I hope you people have already done. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to just check the answer, correct it. If any correction is needed, then do it over there. Okay, so do the basic solutions also have H plus ion? It doesn't mean that basic solution cannot have H plus ion. Yes, basic solution can also have H plus ion, but what is the factor over there? H plus ion concentration is lesser than the concentration of OH minus ion. Got it? Okay, so what you will write? Yes, basic solution can also have H plus ion. If yes, then why are these basic? Because the OH minus ion concentration is higher than the H plus ion concentration. Got it? What you will write? Okay, so question number 4. Under what soil condition do you think a farmer would treat the soil of his field with quicklime? Quicklime is a basic, isn't it? So in which case it will use this basic solution, basic part, when the pH is, like when the soil is acidic. So what should be the pH for the soil in acidic condition? Obviously lesser than 7. And you have studied in that previous one that the pH for the soil should be 5.5, around 5.5. And if it lowers with this from this point, then only the quicklime is used, or the calcium oxide or the silicate lime as a basic solution can be used to neutralize its acidic, excess acidic character. Are you getting it? I hope it is clear. So class, now I'm going to start more about salts. That means we are going to start the topic salts. Okay. So what do you mean by salts and how it forms? So first let me explain that how it forms. When acid and base reacts with each other, okay, they form salt along with the formation of water. Clear? Is it clear? So till now what you have done, let me write the format for this. Till now what you have done, acids are the substance which gives H plus ion, isn't it? So I'm writing A for acid, okay, which gives H plus. So this is HA. Any problem in this? A plus acid which gives H plus. So that is HA. And the base, B for base, and base always gives OH minus. So that's why OH. Now you can ask here why you have written H first, but in this case OH you have written afterward. So I just want to tell you, while writing a formula of a compound, whenever we write a formula of a compound, okay, the positive part should always be written first and then the negative part, except organic acids, isn't it? So that we will do later on. फिलहाल समझ लो. Whenever we write a compound formula, then the positive part should be written first and then followed by the negative part, isn't it? So H plus, so that's why I have written first H plus here and then A minus, okay? And OH is having minus charge, so that's why it is written after B. Got it? Hope it is clear. So now what will happen? When acid and base reacts, they form water, isn't it? So from where this will come? This it's mistaken. This H plus will come from here, or let me write this. I will do the correction afterwards. Okay, see, let me explain this. This HA will split into H plus and A minus, isn't it? Similarly, this BOH will split into B plus and OH minus. To form water, what we need? We need H plus and OH minus. So this H plus we will take from acid part and OH minus from base part. Clear? So this water will form. Any doubt? Now what left? What is left? A minus and B plus is left, isn't it? A minus and B plus is left. So to write a chemical formula, what we will write? Will we write, we know that while writing the formula, the positive part should be written first followed by the anions. So positive is B plus and then A. So this is BA. If you will write this AB, if you suppose that instead of BA you are writing AB, it will be wrong. Clear? Clear, class? So let me write one with an example, okay? An example. Suppose that I am writing HCl and NaOH. Okay? So what will happen? This H plus will come over from here, yes? And this OH minus will come from here, and then it will come out as a water, isn't it? And what it will form? What left? The B part is Na, and here this is Cl plus H2O, isn't it? Can you write it as a Cl and A? If you will write Cl and A, what it will be? It will be wrong. Yes? Clear? Okay. So now similarly another example. Let's do with another example. Like another example, if I am taking any acid. Suppose that H2SO4 I am taking H2SO4. Okay? And tell me any base. Let's start with this KOH only. Okay? So you have to make water. Yes? And water is formed by one H plus and one OH minus, isn't it? Are you clear about this? Okay. So if there is 2H, what we need? We need 2 OH minus, isn't it? But here it is one only. So what we will do? We'll write over here. Clear? So now we got 2H and 2 OH minus. So this is 2H and 2 OH minus. So what left? How many potassium left? K2. So that's why K2 and 1 SO4 only. So this is SO4 along with how many water? 2H2O. Isn't it? Yes? Now, let's do another example. Suppose that I'm taking this HNO3. This is HNO3 and calcium hydroxide. Okay? So in this case, how many OH? We have 2. But how many H we have? 1. So what we will do? We'll make 2 over here. Isn't it? Clear? Yes, bache? So now this 2H and this 2OH minus will come out to form 2 water. And what left? How many calcium left? 1 calcium. And how many nitrate? NO3 left? 2. So we'll write this in this way. NO3 whole twice. Clear, dear? Any problem in this? Okay. So now we are going to start the types of salt. Okay. This process is clear. Just be very careful while writing the formula of salt. It should be BA, यानी base का part first and then acid का part. If you are writing in this way, AB, it will be completely wrong. Except organic acid. Organic acid, how you will identify? Where there is carbon. Clear? Okay. So now types of salt. Types of salt. So as I said, salt formed by acid and base. Yes, acid and base. Now, acid, how many types of acid we have? Strong acid and weak acid, isn't it? Similarly, how many base we have? Two types. Strong base and weak base, isn't it? Okay, so what we will do now, we'll make a combination of this strong acid and strong base. So write this strong acid plus strong base. Okay, any doubt in this, bache? We'll do afterwards. Now we have weak acid and weak base. So weak acid and weak base. Clear? Now what is third? Strong acid and weak base. Can it be? Yes. So let me write strong acid and weak base. What next? Yes. Tell me fast. Very good. I can hear you. This is weak acid and strong base, isn't it? This is one. Let me dark it. Yes. So, weak acid and strong base. Okay. So, this combination, can you understand? Now strong acid and strong base, let me darken this way. Now this strong acid and weak base, let me make it red. This combination, are you clear with this? Yes. And the next one is weak acid and weak base. Clear? So we have 4 salts. Is it clear all this? Okay. So now strong acid and strong base. That means both are strong. Okay. So they both will not like take the defeat. कोई मानेगा नहीं, ready नहीं होगा. They will fight till the end point. जब तक ये एक दूसरे को पूरी तरह से खत्म नहीं कर देंगे, न्यूट्रलाइज नहीं कर देते हैं, तब तक ये रिएक्शन होता रहेगा. Got it? So this is called, when they will react, it will form neutral salt. What it will form? Neutral salt. Okay. And this neutral salt, clear? Weak acid and weak base. Again, both are weak. Let me take it with an example. Suppose that one is very like wrestler type. Okay, this one is very wrestler type, and here it is again in front of that also the wrestler one is there. So the fight will be like, okay, yes, जब तक एक दूसरे को हरा नहीं देते हैं, जब तक दोनों की एनर्जी बिल्कुल खत्म नहीं हो जाती, तब तक they will fight, isn't it? So that in that what will they will completely nullify the each other's effect, isn't it? So that will be considered as neutral salt. Clear? Now the weak wrestler, बहुत पिद्दू सा, बिल्कुल हल्का सा पतला सा बच्चा, और कोई भी, और इधर भी बहुत पतला सा कुछ. So this will think कि maybe ये बहुत strong हो, and this will think कि ये बहुत strong हो, isn't it? So in general case they won't react. वो जल्दी react ही नहीं करेंगे आपस में. But yes, हम अगर उनके पीछे cheer boy और cheer girls कुछ होंगे कि no, yes, you can do it, so what will happen? They will start fighting, isn't it? But चूंकि दोनों की एनर्जी बहुत कम है, so what will happen? They will also nullify each other's effect very quickly. Okay, yes. So in that case also it will form neutral salt. But in general, what I said, this reaction won't happen. It needs some boost up. Okay, clear? And then when this strong acid and the weak base, suppose that this one is the stronger wrestler type and this one is very weak, बहुत ही पतला दुबला सा. So what will happen? Who will win? It's quite clear. Acid will win. Yes. So जो salt बनेगा, in that salt this acid part will be there, isn't it? So that salt will be called acidic salt. Okay, dear? Yes. Now similarly in this case, now this one is the wrestler type and this one is very halka falka sa patla sa. So what will happen? This will win. That base will win, isn't it? So if base will win, that means जो salt बनेगा उसमें base का part थोड़ा रहेगा, remain रहेगा. So that will be called basic salt. Clear, dear? Actually, in general, class 10th tak what we say, whenever the acid and base react to form salt and water, that reaction is called neutralization. Got it? Acid and base react with each other to form salt and water. What type of salt? It doesn't matter. Okay? So that is called neutralization. But specifically, if you'll see, so these two reactions only are known as neutralization reaction. Why? Because here only they are neutralizing each other's effect, isn't it? That is neutralizing each other's effect. So actually basically these two reactions are only neutralization reaction. Out of that, this reaction won't occur at normal condition without any booster, without any catalyst and all that. Clear, bache? Okay, so let's start with that example. I have explained you that how you will identify the acid, strong acid. Strong acid when it will be? Strong acid when it will be? If carbon is not there in the acid, it will be strong acid. Clear? If carbon is not there in the acid, it will be strong acid. And base strong कैसे identify करोगे? If OH is with LINA-K, only 3 आपको याद रखना है, LINA-K. If OH is LINA और K के साथ है, then it will be considered as strong base. Otherwise, it will be considered as weak base, mild base. Clear? I hope it is clear. Yes? Clear, बच्चे? These two lines you have to keep in your mind that you won't get in any book. This is just एक छोटा सा trick है, which works. Okay? So that's why I am giving you. Clear? So now let's do with this example. Suppose that example, if I am saying HCl and this NaOH, so what it will form? Quite clear, it will form NaCl. Identify the type of salt. So identify, what is this? This is, there is no carbon. Is there carbon? The C is carbon? No, this is chlorine. It is not C carbon. Yes, it is chlorine. So no carbon, so this means it is a strong acid, isn't it? And it is OH with the LINAK, Na. So this is strong base. Then the salt will be neutral salt. Any doubt, bache? Yes. Another example, suppose that H2SO4 and using NH4OH. Okay. So hydrogen 2. So to make it balance, what do we have to do? 2OH we will do. Isn't it clear? So now water 2 निकल जाएगा. What will be the salt? Salt कौन सा बनेगा? Cation part first यानी base का part first. This is ammonium. NH4, how many it is? 2 left. So 2. Yes. And the negative part is SO4. So identify the acid and base. This one is carbon is there? No, carbon is not there. So it will be strong acid. LINAK is there with the OH? No. So what it is? Weak base. So which part is strong? Acid. So this salt will be considered as acidic salt. Clear? Another example. Next. If I am taking, suppose that H2CO3 plus KOH. How many hydrogens this side? 2. So what you have to do? 2. Yes, clear? So how many water molecules? 2 water molecules will come out. What will be the salt formed? The positive part of this base, yani ki K. How many K? 2. So this is K2 and this negative part is CO3. Isn't it? Any doubt in this? Just pause the video again and then try how I am making this, because this concept is very much important. Okay. And next topic is also based on this topic. So you are supposed to get it properly. Isn't it? Okay. So now identify. The carbon is there. So will it be strong? No. Weak acid. This OH is with LINAK. Yes, K के साथ है. So it will be strong base. Which part is strong? Base. So the salt will be basic salt. Yes or no? Clear? Another example. Suppose that I am taking CH3COOH. Okay? And NH4OH. This is little difficult, but acid भी बहुत difficult नहीं है. सोचना है थोड़ा सा बस. Which one is acid? Obviously quite clear दिख रहा है कि यहाँ OH है तो this will be base. How many OH is there? 1. So how many H it will leave? 1. Clear? Okay. Any doubt in this? Okay. So H and OH निकाल दो, water बन जाएगा. Clear? This H is having, ये जो टूटेगा, so H is always having plus charge. अभी आपको ऐसा कोई भी कंपाउंड नहीं पढ़ाया गया है जहां हाइड्रोजन नेगेटिव चार्ज कैरी करेगा. Got it? So hydrogen is always positive. Although hydrogen will have negative, but still you have not covered, you have not been taught. Okay. So H plus. So obviously this part will have negative. So now you can ask कि मैम ऐसे कैसे हो गया? Negative part को पहले लिख दिया. तो what I have explained? Negative except organic acid. मैंने starting में बताया था कि we write positive part first and negative afterward except organic acid. Is it clear? So that's why organic acid में हम negative part को पहले लिखते हैं और H plus को बाद में लिखते हैं. There is not a problem over here. Just एक लिखने का तरीका है. And why it is so, that you will understand in class 11th. अभी फिलहाल नहीं समझ में आएगा आपको. So let it be. Okay. So now I have taken H plus from here and OH minus. What left? Positive part किसका रह गया? This one and negative part. Again this is organic, so negative part को हम पहले लिखेंगे CH3COO and then NH4. This exception is only with organic acid. जहाँ होगा वहाँ क्या करेंगे? Negative part को पहले और positive part को बाद में लिखते हैं. That's it. Okay. So this one is strong or weak? Strong or weak? It's a weak acid. Yes, because carbon is there. So weak acid. And this one is weak base. Why? Because OH is not with LINAK, isn't it? So this is also weak base. So weak acid, weak base. Salt will be neutral salt. Yes, although this reaction won't happen in normal condition, heat करना पड़ेगा, but it will give you neutral salt. Hope it is clear. So there is so many examples in your NCERT that you are supposed to do. Okay, so let me tell you the question. You are supposed to do table 2.4.1, activity 2.13. Activity 2.13, you have to make the table and you have to write the salt, write the formula of the salt given below. Okay, identify the acid and base from which the above salt may be obtained and their nature. So activity 2.13, you have to make a table. Like कैसे? एक टेबल बनाओगे जिसमें पहले salt लिखोगे and then it will be given acid over here. कौन से acid से बना, then कौन से base से बना, and then you will write nature. मतलब वो acidic है, basic है और what. Got it? So this type of column you will make and you will write all this salt. The salt example is potassium sulfate. Okay. Sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, copper sulfate, sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, sodium carbonate and ammonium chloride. These are the salts which you have to write in this salt column. कौन सा एसिड होगा, कौन सा बेस होगा, क्या नेचर होगा. सो दैट यू हैव टू मेक. नाउ यू विल से, अभी मैंने आपको सिखाया from acid and base how the salt will form, isn't it? Now you have to know that from salt how you'll identify which acid and base are reacting. That means, can I do this reaction reverse? Yes, I'm writing this time to identify the acid and base in given salt. Okay, so now we will identify the acid and base with which the given salt will form. Okay, so let me write this reaction in reverse way. This salt plus water will give you acid and base, isn't it? Another thing, salt, can I write the salt formula was Ba plus water, and this will form obviously acid and base banega. Okay, so how, we'll see. Okay, so let me dissociate this. If it undergoes dissociation, it will give you B plus and A minus, isn't it? Are you getting it? And this will give you H plus and OH minus, isn't it? So the H plus is the part of, yes, so what we will write? HA, isn't it? And the OH minus is the part of B base, so B ke saath, that means BOH. It seems it is very simple, and maximum students do this mistake when it is asked. Example, let me write this example form mein. We will do, suppose that ammonium chloride. So if I will ask you which acid and base, from which acid and base it is formed, so what you will do? Simply I have not written this water. You have to assume. Are you getting it? You have to assume that it is the aqueous solution we are taking. That means water is there. So just do this, dissociate this part, NH4 plus and Cl minus, can you? So what you have to do? पॉजिटिव के साथ OH माइनस को अटैच करोगे और नेगेटिव के साथ H प्लस को अटैच करोगे. क्लियर? Many students, what they do, if I will ask the acid and base present in this, they will write acid NH4 plus and base Cl minus. This is not the answer. Please be very careful. What we will do, with this positive part we will add the OH, yes, and with this Cl minus negative part, what we will add? H. Is it clear, bache? Because this is very common mistake done by you people. Got it? So please be very careful. Similarly, if I will ask CaCO3, what acid and base in this? Water is not given. You have to assume that water is there, which will give you H plus and OH minus. Clear? So this positive part, this split it, Ca plus 2, CO3 minus 2, isn't it? So 2 plus hai. So to make it 0, how many OH minus we want? 2, isn't it? So this is the positive wale ke sath kya kar denge? 1 second. This becomes reverse. Okay. Acid, this is, okay, let me write over here. Base and this is acid. Okay. Now it is clear. So positive part is this Ca plus 2. So Ca, and since it is plus 2, so what we will do? 2 OH minus we will add. Clear dear? Yes. And this is CO3 negative part. So since it is minus 2, so how many hydrogen we will add? 2. So this is H2. Is it clear? Yes. Next example. Suppose that it is given NaNO3. What acid and base it is? All these examples, after understanding this, after watching the video, when you will write this, when you will copy down these notes, don't see this part. Just write this example and do it by yourself. Got it? It's very important. Okay, so now this one, so again split it into Na plus and NO3 minus. Yes, Na plus, how many plus charge? 1. So how many OH minus we need? 1. So make it NaOH. What it is? Base, isn't it? And NO3 minus is this. So we have to add the H plus. How many H plus I have to add? 1 only, because 1 minus. So this is HNO3. Hope it is clear. Yes. Another example. Let me take this CH3COONA. What we will do? Split this into CH3COO minus. Yes, I have told you. BB bataya maine. And this will give you Na plus. So how many plus? 1. So how many OH minus? 1 NaOH. Yes. And how many minus? 1. So how many H plus we need? 1. So just add one H over there. I hope it is clear. Yes. Isn't it, class? So now you will have to practice it. Okay. And then we will start the salt. So in this the question is given salt, the common salt we have to use. So just let me check this NCERT. Okay, class. So I have told you 2.13 activity you have to do. Okay, and then you have to do 2.14 activity. This is activity 2.14 also you have to do. What is this question? What is this activity? Let me read. Collect the Folkwings salt sample, sodium chloride, potassium nitrate, aluminium chloride, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate. Okay, okay. And check their solubility in water, which will be soluble or not. So you just leave this column left. I will explain it in next class. Solubility I will explain. Okay, and check the action of solution on which litmus of the fine pH paper. That means you are supposed to write the pH, the tentative pH, and the acid, base, and neutral type. So that you can do. Yes. Now can you tell me this salt is which type, acidic or basic? Check this. This is weak base and this is weak acid. So what will be this type? Neutral salt. Isn't it, class? Yes. Here NH4OH, weak base. Why it is weak base? Because sodium and LiNaK are not there. Yes. This is HCl. Why it is strong? Because carbon is not there. So acid is strong. So this must be acidic salt. Isn't it? This one. NaOH. What it is? Weak or strong? It is strong base. And HNO3. What it is? Strong acid. Are you getting it? Why it is? Because carbon is not there. Because LiNaK में से कोई है यहाँ पे. So this is strong acid and strong base. So salt will be neutral. Are you getting it, my dear? Yes. Similarly, this is strong base. This is weak acid. Why? Because carbon is there. So this will be basic salt. So done. So what you will do? Activity 2.14 के लिए you will write salt. Here you will find, although it is not given in that activity, but you will find what is the acid present in this, what will be the base present in this, then solubility you will make the table, that you will leave it. I will explain it afterwards, okay? And then you will write the pH over here, and then acidic nature. Okay? So acidic nature you can identify by this. Now pH, how you will do? If it is neutral, what will be the pH? 7. If it is acidic, what will be the pH? pH should be less than 7. If it is basic, what should be the pH? pH should be more than 7. Isn't it? I hope this activity 2.13 and 2.14 are clear, my dear. So next topic, that common salts and their solubility and all that we will do in next video, next lecture. So on Thursday, okay? And you people have solved that assignment. So that also I have to discuss. So I will make the video for that answers, and I will send. Just do the needful correction if it is required. Okay. So till then, thank you, class.